guys, what a night in this soccer stadium tonight. For Max Kellerman and Roy Jones, I'm Jim Lampley. Let's go now to Ontario, California, to Bob Papa and Andre Ward.
Well, Jim, what an exciting night in Argentina. Sunny skies, no weather an issue in Southern California, the Citizen Business Bank Arena, as we get set for heavyweight action as Chris Arreola squares off against Bermane Stiverne. Andre Ward, pound for pound, one of the best in the world. These two men fighting, hopefully, for a chance to get a shot at the heavyweight championship. We had a chance to visit with both fighters during the fighter meetings on Friday. What was your impression from both men?
I don't think you can take too much from the fighter meetings. I mean, both fighters are ready. There's been multiple postponements. They're ready to get it on already. If I had to choose one fighter that's more relaxed and more settled, it seems to be Chris Arreola, because he's been here before at this level. Doesn't guarantee victory, but I think it's a good sign for Team Arreola.
All right, so when you look at this heavyweight showdown between Arreola and Stiverne, Arreola more experienced, stylistically, who has the edge?
I think stylistically it's pretty ironic. They're pretty much the same. They're built the same, and their mentality is the same, which is to go in and look for the knockout. I think it's going to boil down to who lands the bigger shots and who can absorb the best shot throughout the fight. Right now, that edge is to Chris Arreola, because once again, he's been here and he's done that. This is Stiverne's opportunity to prove that he can do that tonight.
All right, we are set for heavyweights as we take a look at the tail of the tape for Chris Arreola and Bermane Stiverne. Arreola 32 years of age, Stiverne 34 years of age. Arreola has had weight issues in the past. He weighed in at 248 pounds. Stiverne's camp said they like him around 240 pounds. He weighed in at 247 pounds. Bermane Stiverne, 22-1 with 20 knockouts. And Andre, when you look at Stiverne, he comes into this fight one step away from maybe a heavyweight championship fight with a very limited resume.
Yeah, one thing that jumped out at me was his last victory was an 8-round decision. And normally, if you're grooming a guy to be the next heavyweight champion, the fight before this title elimination fight should not be an 8-round victory. Maybe that means something, maybe it doesn't, but I didn't like to see that on his record.
Yeah, that was against Will Herring last April. He won an 8-round decision, and Stiverne has not been in the ring since that point. This is the longest layoff of his career, 1 year and 13 days. Is that a factor?
Oh, absolutely. I don't think this is, just because he's got this layoff, when you look at his record, I think in the last 2.5 years, he's only had 4 fights. Again, that's not a way to develop a young fighter and a guy who's supposed to be the next heavyweight champion. We'll see how he looks tonight.
Bermane Stiverne was born in Haiti, lived in Miami and Montreal, now fighting out of Miami, Florida, and this is the biggest step up in his career as he'll be squaring off against Chris Arreola. Arreola hails from Riverside, California. He has not fought since February of 2012. 1 year, 58 days, the longest layoff of his career. He was outclassed against Vitaly Klitschko a couple years ago, but Arreola seems to have a different mindset, doesn't he?
I think so. I think he's more mature, and I think he realizes now that boxing is a jealous sport. In other words, you need to live boxing even when you're not in the ring. He's saying all the right things. Let's see if he can pull it off and back it up tonight.
Yeah, you know, he said he bought into some of the hype, and his weight would balloon up to 290 pounds. But he realized that the kind of joke was on him, that you got to be professional in and out of the ring, and Arreola realizes now that the clock is ticking on his career at 32 years of age.
Yeah, the window's closing for all of us. We're not going to be young forever. You only get so many opportunities in this sport. This is another opportunity to not only become #1 for the WBC, but to become the first Mexican heavyweight champion.
All right, we're set for heavyweights here in Ontario, California. For the introductions, our ring announcer, Barry Egan.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to the Citizens Business Bank Arena here in Ontario, California, where tonight Dan Goosen and Goosen Tudor Promotions in association with Don King Productions bring you #1 versus #2 in the main event of the evening. 12 rounds of boxing in the WBC Heavyweight Championship Elimination Bout. Sponsored by Everlast, Chopin Vodka, and HBO World Championship Boxing. This bout is sanctioned by the WBC, the president, Mr. Jose Suleyman, the supervisor, Mr. Joe Dwyer, and the co-supervisor, Mr. Rudy Tayez. The three judges scoring this bout at ringside: Carla Caiz, Marty Denkin, and Claude Paquette. And the man in charge of the action once the bell sounds, Mr. Jack Reese. The time has come. Ontario, are you ready? For the thousands here in attendance this evening at Citizens Business Bank Arena, and to the millions watching around the world, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to throw down! Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner to my right, wearing the black trunks with the gold trim, he weighed in at an even 217 pounds. He has a professional record of 22 wins, only 1 defeat, 1 draw, with 20 KOs. He is currently ranked #2 in the world by the WBC. Fighting out of Miami, Florida, by way of Haiti, here is Bermane, Beware Stiverne! And his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner to my left, wearing the cardinal trunks with the gold trim. He weighed in at 248 pounds even. He has a professional record of 34 wins, only 2 defeats, 1 no decision. 30 wins coming by way of knockout. He is currently ranked #1 in the world by the WBC out of Riverside, California. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Chris the Nightmare Arreola!
He gonna do what we do. You understand? He never done what we done. Keep him over here, Larry. Everybody out. Let's go. Everybody out. We coming. Get him out. Get him out. Let's go. On you. Right here, Chris. Here we go. Right here, baby. Here we go. Out first. All right. This is right on the belt line, so everything in here is going to be good. It's going to go up and it's going to go down. All right? I gave you both instructions in the dressing room. I just want to remind you, listen and obey my command at all times. Protect yourself at all times. Fight hard. Fight clean. Goodbye.
Tonight is a night about tests.
I didn't see you.
He has taken the test and failed against Klitschko, but that was in 2009. Stiverne has yet to be tested on a setting like this. Whoever passes the test tonight may get another shot at a heavyweight championship. "12 rounds in the heavyweight division."
Don't go to the fridge. This one might end early.
Well, this fight's been delayed numerous times because of injuries and illnesses. Stiverne's camp says it was Arreola just trying to get down and wait. Well, now they get to settle it in a small ring. Andre, we walked this off before the fights began, and inside the ropes, it's only about 18 feet by 18 feet inside the ropes. So for heavyweights, it makes for tight quarters.
Yeah, I think it was all by design. These guys, it's no secret, neither one of them are going to do a lot of boxing. They want a knockout here tonight in Ontario. I think they're going to get it.
Arreola has been in with Vitaly Klitschko. He lost to him in 2009. Lost to Tomas Adamek in a majority decision in 2010. He's been in against guys like Jamil McFine and Chaz Witherspoon. Stiverne's biggest name in his resume is 40-year-old Ray Austin.
Stiverne looks a little tight right now. Arreola's putting steady pressure like he said he was. It's not a good time for Stiverne to get caught. He looks a little cold, no sweat on him.
Stiverne was born in Haiti, the 11th of 14 children. As Arreola tries a body shot, Stiverne fights off the ropes. Age of 9, his family moved to Miami, was involved in some fights in junior high. His mom was concerned about gangs, so they had family in Montreal. Stiverne fought out of Montreal, now fighting out of Miami again. Actually started his athletic career as a football player, was recruited by Nick Saban at Michigan State, but suffered an injury, never got to participate at Michigan State, and was selling cell phones and doing telemarketing, and his weight got out of ballooned up and went to a boxing gym, and he got a late start. Turned pro in 2005. He's 34 years of age. Arreola, on the other hand, has been boxing since he was a kid. Slides a left hand in, tries that overhand right. Stiverne playing defense right now. Good combination to the body by Stiverne.
Stiverne is giving just as much as he's taking right now. This is the kind of fight both men said it would be, and neither fighter was lying.
Pretty good action here in the first round for heavyweights Chris Arreola and Bermane Stiverne. End of round one.
Backing up. Did you pop the double and triple jab? Huh? Backing up. Give me another quarter water. Quarter water. Okay, stay. Okay, another quarter water. Come on, guys. Listen. What he's trying to do is let you get off and trying to come back and counter after you get off. Okay, bring those hands back. Let you moving behind the jab. Slide your feet. Okay? Show me sit on. Ready. On the bread box again. I put 3 and 4 together, okay? 3 and 4 together. He goes real high, go right with the guard. Punch through the guard, okay? You got mouthpiece. Number 2, Chris. Let's go.
Number 2, Bermane, number 2. Rudy, you gotta get him on mouthpiece.
Bell sounds to begin round number 2. Oh, if you've tuned into HBO, expecting to see Sergio Martinez and Mark Murray from Argentina. Rain conditions in Buenos Aires in that outdoor venue. That fight has already taken place, but don't worry, after Arreola and Stiverne, we will bring you that fight in its entirety.
Arreola seems real patient. I'd like to see him pick up his jab a little bit more and work his way in. As Stiverne is dangerous, and he's very sneaky with that overhand right.
Arreola likes to brawl. Stiverne trying to pick his shots out of that corner. Andre, their styles are similar. If you're fighting a guy that stylistically is similar to you, what do you do to try to change the dynamic?
I don't think you have to do anything drastic. I think whatever you do, you got to do it better than your opponent. And that's what it boils down to. And right now, Arreola has a slight edge in this fight in the first round and a half. But Stiverne is not intimidated. He seems to be loosening up and warming up a little bit. Would have liked to see Chris come in. Good right hand from Stiverne. A little bit lighter in this fight. Both of his losses came in the 250 range, and he's 4 pounds off of that in this fight. I think he's in better condition in the mid 230s, and his punches are crisper. Let's see how he turns out tonight.
You're surprised that Stiverne came in at 247 when they told us that he likes to be around 240?
Well, they did say he put on some extra mass with some weightlifting. Good work from Chris. More concerned with Chris Arreola because they assured us that he would be 235, 236. And some would say, what's the big deal? What's a big deal with a fighter like Chris Arreola who doesn't have a boatload of height? He needs to be in that 230 range to be most effective. I think Chris, when he's a little bit heavier, he tends to wait a little bit more. And again, he doesn't have as much snap on his punches.
Final seconds of round number 2. Stiverne a bit busier in this round.
Stop punching.
Stay off the ropes.
Well, make sure you join us May 25th live at 6:15 p.m. It's Carl Frock versus Miguel Kessler from London, England. You'll see it again at 10 p.m. followed by live action from Montreal as Lucien Boutte squares off against Jean Pascal.
All right. Good work. Just keep that jab in your face. You got a good jab.
Use the jab more, okay? 2, 3. Come on his chest. Bring in different places on him. You're a lot quicker than him.
Gotta be active on your way in, okay? You just can't barrel in, okay? Move your head. Listen. Let him be a little more active. Don't let him get comfortable, okay? Once you get him on the ropes, fucking bang him downstairs.
Chris Arreola's wife and daughter, Danny and Erin, looking on anxiously. As Chris Arreola, the nightmare against Bermane Stiverne. Beware, Bermane Stiverne. Begin round number 3. In the last round, Arreola landed 12 of his 44 power shots, according to CompuBox. Stiverne, 4 of 15.
Henry Ramirez told Arreola what we spoke about in the last round about coming behind his jab just like that to get inside and hide those big shots from Stiverne. Here we see Stiverne picking up his jab.
They're through 2 rounds. They've kind of felt each other out a little bit. What does, in your opinion, Arreola need to do to sort of get the upper hand here?
Well, I'm still trying to figure out what type of game plan Chris has. I mean, we're going into the 3rd round, still relatively early. But he said from the jump he wanted to assert his dominance, and he's not quite doing that right now, though I believe he's slightly up on the scorecard, if it's not even.
The Stiverne camp feels like they've polished the diamond. And they need to be first. Are they doing enough of that?
Well, again, I'm a little unsure about the game plan of Stiverne because I don't know if he's going to box on his back foot the whole night like he's doing, or if he's going to try to get some respect from Arreola. But again, it's early, and these things have a way of working themselves out as the fight progresses.
That left hand was blocked by Stiverne. Stiverne digs a hook into the body. Another right hand to the body. So a nice attack there by Stiverne.
I think Stiverne is the kind of guy who hasn't really fought at this level consistently. He's the guy you don't want to get confidence because then he believes that he's supposed to be here. Arreola being the veteran, so to speak, he needs to take control and do it now.
There's a left hand after the nice hook to the body again. So Stiverne is starting to use body shots here a little bit, Andre.
It's like I just said, he's starting to believe that he's supposed to be here.
Most of that block by Stiverne. And in this round, Arreola, according to CompuBox, has only thrown 19 punches to Stiverne. 57, and Arreola goes down at the end of the round. 3, 4, 5, get out of the ring. The corner thought the round was over. They came in the ring. They ran back out. Cannot be saved by the bell at any round.
Bell's over, go back to your round.
Chris Arreola's hurt. He's hurt.
Steve Weisfeld.
I want you out of the ring. You don't understand boxing, and I want you out of the ring when the 10-second warning. You almost lost.
And Jack Reese just told the corner of Bermane Stiverne, Don House, that could have disqualified you. Steve Weisfeld, who longtime judge, who's joining the HBO family as our analysis. We're going to take a look at the replay first of the knockdown, and then we'll bring in Steve. And let's take a look at the right hand at the end of the round.
From Stiverne. As we said, he'd been boxing all night. Chris got lazy as he threw his jab out, and Stiverne landed with a tremendous right hand and down with Chris Arreola.
Arreola had to make the count to begin for the round to become official. You see blood through the nose. All right, I mentioned Steve Weisfeld, longtime judge, has joined the HBO family as our unofficial ringside scorer. And Steve, first of all, the corner comes into the ring. Could they have disqualified Stiverne even though Arreola was down?
They could have disqualified him, but California uses the rule of reason, and it was an accident, a no-harm foul, and I think they were right not to disqualify Arreola because his corner came in early.
That's a slip. Stiverne slipped. He was off balance.
I'm going to tell you this, fellas. Chris Arreola is still hurt. He's better than he was at the end of the round, but he's not back yet.
All right, Steve, your scorecard, quickly.
28-28. Arreola won the first 2 rounds by pushing the action. Stiverne won the 3rd round, 10-8 because of the knockdown.
All right, and Arreola, bloody mess right now. All right, Andre, you know your guy's still hurt, even though there was a minute in between rounds. What should be Stiverne's plan of attack here? That's a slip. So now both fighters have slipped in the corner, which means the corners are spilling too much water in between the rounds.
Yeah, I think Stiverne needs to start to slowly pick it up, because Arreola's still hurt. He needs to be patient, but he needs to pick it up, because a guy like Arreola, when he recovers, he comes back with a vengeance.
And Jack Reese taking control. Now referee making both corners clean up the water.
Stiverne might have pushed shot.
So Chris Arreola gets dropped for the 2nd time in his career. It was down in 2008 against Travis Walker.
Stiverne might have broken Arreola's nose with that right hand, because his nose has been bleeding profusely since that right hand landed. It's hard to breathe when you got that kind of situation going on.
Well, I mentioned that this was the toughest opponent, the most experienced opponent on Stiverne's resume. He fought Austin when he was 40. Right now, Stiverne making a bloody mess of Chris Arreola. Blood just pouring out of the nose of Arreola.
I like the way Stiverne is boxing as a big man. I think the difference in this fight came when he started to use his jab. It's not a power jab, but it's blinding Chris before the right hand is nailing him right on the button, and Chris can't see it.
Well, he's thrown 36 of them in this round.
Stiverne is in a real good groove right now.
Arreola, a bloody mess. Dropped at the end of round 3. Stiverne relaxed and in control.
Water. Use that jab on the way in. Take a deep breath, relax, okay? Listen. Gotta dig deep, baby. Dig deep. Hey. Hey.
Easy, brother. Here we go.
Deep breath. Listen.
deep.
Muchalo para atrás. Give me a water, guys. Muchalo para atrás, okay? You gotta work it. You gotta push. Push. Keep pushing, all right? Huh? Usa la jab. I need 2 and 3.
It's going to dry.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
I need 2 and 3 jabs. Listen, he can't go backwards. He's already tired. Get both on his back. All right, listen.
Stiverne is real comfortable right now. He landed hooks and right hands right on the button, right on the nose, which I believe may be broken on Chris Arreola.
Excuse me, Chris. Doctor wants to see you.
Now the doctor wants to take a look at Chris Arreola.
All right.
Well, it's not the first time that Arreola's nose has been broken.
I'd venture to say you're right about that.
So as we begin round number 5, Bermane Stiverne in the black has grabbed the upper hand to this point in the bout. A thundering right hand at the end of round number 3 dropped Arreola.
One thing Stiverne told us is he's known as a power puncher. He wants to try to hide his power. He's worked on that in the gym, and he's doing that right now, and that's what's got him ahead in this fight.
Well, they both trade big shots.
But it's still early.
Stiverne has done a good job of using that jab as a rangefinder. Arreola missed with that cross inside. And then Stiverne hooks to the body. Don't discount some of the body work that Stiverne has done. Chris Arreola and Bermane Stiverne in a 12-round heavyweight showdown from Ontario, California. If you're tuning in to HBO's World Championship Boxing right now, expecting to see Sergio Martinez and Martin Murray live from Argentina. Tremendous storms in Argentina. That fight has taken place, but we will replay it for you in its entirety after this heavyweight showdown here on HBO's World Championship Boxing.
Chris is still pushing forward. His heart is still in it. But if that nose is in fact broke, he doesn't want to open up and get hit on that nose, and that's why I think he's so economical with his punches right now.
You know, it's interesting when we sat down with Stiverne for our fighters meeting. And we chatted with him for a little bit. Overhand right from Stiverne. He blocked the Arreola counterback. After a couple minutes, Stiverne looked over at me and he said, well, I want to shut you up after some of the things that I had said in his fight against Ray Austin that he won in 2011. But his trainer, Don House, immediately chimed in and said, yes, but justified criticism. They feel like they've gone back to school. They say they've polished the diamond. And to this point, Andre, we're seeing that from Stiverne. He looks much better.
Yeah, sometimes as a fighter, you need to hear an announcer be honest and tell you what you're lacking and what you're missing. That's what makes you go back to the gym, makes you go back to school and get better. Chris is busting up a little bit here, but he's never lacking in heart. Chris is going to give it everything he has until it's over.
Another busy round. Stiverne threw 65 punches, 66 punches in this round. The heavyweight average is 46 strong. There's Bermane's brother, John Stiverne, who played college football at the University of Miami.
Vaseline. Vaseline.
You heard him. He hugged you.
That's why he's listen, he can't do shit going back. He's tired, but when you don't do shit, you just sit, give him space, able to recuperate.
We're doing fine. Come on, man. You don't have what you got.
Back off the ropes.
You don't have what
This
you got.
guy's ready to go. All right, he's ready to go.
Get up.
Better than the last one.
Okay.
Let's go.
Come on, Greg, you got it.
Now, Henry, come on, let's go. Chris, number 5. Box.
Round number 6 begins for Chris Arreola and Bermane Stiverne. Stiverne in the black dropped Arreola with a right hand near the end of round number 3. Busted up his nose. The Stiverne corner, while referee Jack Reese was giving the count, had stepped into the ring, threw in the stool, and then Don House hustled out. Jack Reese used discretion, didn't disqualify Stiverne. Good call by referee Jack Reese, who celebrates his 57th birthday today in the ring.
I think that nose is really giving Arreola some problems. He's starting to puff up around the eyes, and he doesn't seem willing to take risk against Stiverne at the moment.
Arreola steps in with a couple of right hands. Going at Stiverne.
Big shots from Arreola.
Stiverne seemed to handle it well, though, Andre.
And that's what Stiverne's going to have to do if he's going to weather these storms. He's got to let Arreola know it's not going to happen right there tonight.
Stiverne thumps a right hand to the body. Arreola doesn't sort of follow up. That one blocked by the shoulder of Stiverne.
I think the jab has been a difference for Stiverne. It's not a heavy jab, but it's enough to keep Arreola honest.
He's thrown 208 jabs at Stiverne so far in the fight.
The jab is a lost art. It's refreshing to see Stiverne get back to the basics tonight.
And you know what? He's done a nice job of throwing hooks to the body during this time in which Arreola hasn't jumped back on.
Piling up points and slowly breaking Arreola down.
Arreola looking for the home run. Stiverne sidestepped it.
I don't know if Stiverne's team worked on this, but they're boxing tonight. He's relaxed, and they look like they had a game plan coming in.
Rich, this is going to be an interesting round to score because, yes, Stiverne caught a couple of power shots, but in the interim, he's been tagging Arreola to the body and landing some shots of his own. Good right hand by Stiverne to end the 6th. Well, immediately following live boxing, stay tuned for Real Sports, featuring a story on a fighter who donates 100% of his in-ring earnings to spinal cord research.
All right. Right before the case.
Hey.
Ain't nothing else. Ain't nothing changed. We're strong and confident. Let's go. Come on.
Big deal. Hey,
deep breath.
listen.
Take a deep breath.
Quit waiting on that counter hook. It's not there. He's rolling out. Don't let him get off.
Good boxing from Stiverne, but Arreola is always dangerous as he's pressing in. Big right hand from Arreola. You see the eyes of Stiverne roll behind the back of his head, and Arreola puts on the pressure in the last round.
Well, we begin round number 7 of the scheduled 12-rounder, and we welcome back in Steve Weisfeld for his score. Steve?
Bob, I have a 57-56 for Stiverne. Good work by Stiverne in rounds 4 and 5 to the body and the head. In round 6, Arreola landed the harder shots. Stiverne was hurt, so I have Stiverne up by 1 point.
Steve, could you make the case that maybe the judges would give Stiverne that last round just for the overall body of work?
You could make that case, but when in doubt, I go with the harder punches. And as I said, I think Stiverne was hurt, so I scored that round for Arreola.
All right, intriguing fight set up. Good jab there by Arreola.
One thing we got to keep in mind is though Stiverne is looking good, he's boxing. It's still only the 7th round, and these are when the championship rounds start. And he's never been past 10 rounds before. See if Stiverne can maintain.
See if Arreola could find the range and land his big shots. He's used a couple good jabs here in this round. Pushes out the jab right there. Stiverne steps in with a right hand. Arreola takes a deep breath. Left hook to the body by Stiverne. Thumps a right and a left to the body. Boy, when a guy has got probably a broken nose and there's blood coming out, you start tattooing the body, Andre. That has double the benefit, doesn't it?
That may be a game changer. Stiverne has already been successful up top. If he goes to the body and then brings it back up top, it might not be good for Arreola.
They exchange big shots.
Not really a lot of punches from Stiverne. We call what he's doing in the boxing community raindrops. He's dropping rain on Arreola. He's pot shotting him. Ones and twos, good body shot right there. But Arreola's not answering Stiverne's attack.
Yeah, I mean, according to the CompuBox numbers, Stiverne has thrown 56 punches in this round. Arreola is 18. Steps in with a right hand to the face of Arreola. I wonder if some of those body shots have Arreola a little cautious.
I think it does.
Nothing really from Arreola in the 7th round, just sort of gave it away to Stiverne.
I'll break this guy down. You'll keep going. You'll break. Huh?
This Arreola's daughter sitting at ringside. You can see the anxiousness on her face as her dad's face busted up.
All right, we got to dig deep, baby. All right, listen to me. This ain't gonna be easy. You gotta dig deep, son. All right? Listen, you gotta dig deep. I know you're hurt. You gotta dig deep. You gotta let those hands
Chew on his belly, okay?
You're doing good.
And then come upstairs.
Get them jabs coming. You're gonna box this guy.
Then come upstairs.
All right? Good boxing. Keep coming forward. You're doing good.
Mouthpiece in, seconds out.
3 y 4, okay? 3 y 4. Échale ganas. Saca tu huevo.
Christopher. 5 more, baby.
So we begin round number 8. In the last round, according to CompuBox, Arreola threw just 2 power shots, landed 1. He was 9 of 19. Stiverne 14 of 66 overall, 10 of 25 in the power department. And a round that Arreola just didn't do anything in.
I don't know how bad Arreola's hurt because obviously I'm not in there, but I think if he wants to win the fight or put himself in a position to land a shot, he's gonna have to take some chances. Stiverne is keeping his left hand real low. But he hasn't had a reason to bring it back up tonight.
Combination and the right hand hits Arreola right in the nose, and then the blood starts flowing again.
Arreola might have hurt his shoulder or his hand just a few minutes ago.
Yeah, when Arreola's backing up like he is, that's not where his strength is. Fighting off the back foot. Oh, good right hand to the body by Stiverne. Arreola takes a huge, deep breath.
I think Stiverne is creeping in, looking for another big shot. Good work to the body.
Yeah, those right hooks to the body definitely have helped. Again, he touches Arreola to the body.
With a big right-hand puncher like Stiverne, he'll go to the body, lull you to sleep, and then come upstairs like he did when he knocked Arreola down earlier in the fight.
Arreola just averaging 27 punches thrown per round to this point. That's 19 below the heavyweight average of 46 per round. And he's really letting Stiverne sort of win some of these rounds without having to put maximum effort into it.
Yeah, no, that's true. And I think Stiverne is looking to set up another big shot. Boxing is not just, he tried right there and he landed the hook.
Arreola trying to find that big shot to change this fight. His blood is flying everywhere. Been bleeding since the end of round 3 when Stiverne dropped him with a right hand. And another body shot by Stiverne. End of the 8th. Well, after this fight, stay with us because we'll replay from Argentina. Sergio Martinez squaring off against Martin Murray.
Put your head up. Some body shots. Gotta start working that body, all right? Dig down. Dig down, baby. Dig down. Just dig down and start breaking the body down, all right? We beat his head up to death, he ain't going nowhere. You gotta start breaking down to the body.
You gotta take 9. I'm a 9.
You gotta let those hands go.
How's he doing? How you doing, Chris? Good. All right.
Danos este round.
This round, asking.
Yeah, we ready to murder.
Yeah.
All right.
Andre, some of the action from round 8 and a good right hand by Stiverne.
Stiverne has been on the money with that hook right hand all night long, and it looks like something happened to Arreola right there. It's not clear what exactly happened.
Well, he told his corner in between rounds he was fine. I guess.
Well, we're talking about Chris Arreola here, so that's what he's going to say.
I guess my question, they keep saying, you know, you're looking good, we know you're hurt, you got to fight through this. But let's get a little deeper into this right now. What does Arreola have to do strategically to try to turn this fight around? We know he's got a barrel full of guts. We know he's got heart, but you need more than that. What does he have to do technically to try to turn this around?
Well, like we said earlier, number one, he's got to tighten up his defense to protect the nose. And he's got to go behind the jab and make Stiverne work. Stiverne, for whatever reason, is sort of lackadaisical on the ropes, and that's where Chris wants him, where he can put himself in a position not to win by points, but to land a big shot.
Do you think coming in at 248, and you mentioned it earlier, that in your opinion Arreola is best when he's, you know, around 240, between 235, 240? Does that weigh into this, no pun intended?
Well, I don't want to put too much on the weight. I was disappointed. I thought he should have been about 8 to 10 pounds lighter, especially with what's on the line here. I don't want to take away from the masterful performance that Stiverne is putting on right now, because the young man is boxing.
Stiverne, a late start as a pro, turned pro in 2005. This is the 76th round of his career. Arreola trying to jump in. But really not a lot of this is landing. The hometown fans think it is, but most of it's not.
But he's putting himself in a position to land something big, and that's what he needs to do. Got to turn it into a firefight and hope that one big shot gets through, and the same for Stiverne.
Stiverne countered nicely with a left hand off that exchange.
Stop. Nobody punch. Let him out.
Well, the Stiverne camp made note of some improved strength and conditioning. There's a right hand from Arreola.
Stiverne's looking for his own big shot in there.
Boy, he showed me a lot of poise, though. He anticipated the uppercut and moved away from it nicely.
His eyes are wide open and he's watching. Don't let the crowd deceive you. Stiverne is not hurt. He's looking for his own big shot right now.
A better round for Arreola.
This is where Chris wants to be. Got to work right here.
Stiverne negates it by grabbing. Smart move.
Stop at the bell.
Right hand by Arreola. That found the mark. end of round 9.
Hey, listen. Hey, you gotta put 3 and 4 together. Put your head up, son. Hey, here we go.
If you're gonna hit him high on the head here. Don't hit him on the jaw. You got granite chin. Hit the fucker here on the top of the head. Okay? Don't give it on the jaw.
You're the boxing guy. All right. You heard. You have some.
Chris, you good, baby?
You have some. You hear me? You have some.
Charlie got
It's all good, baby.
nothing here now. You couldn't do nothing that round.
All right.
And again.
All right, let's go to work. You doing all right?
Again. Ain't nobody
See Arreola stepping on the gas, getting Stiverne on the ropes and landing that nice choppy right that he's known for. Actually landing it twice. But you got to take your hat off to Stiverne, because every time Arreola lands a right, he answers right back.
And Stiverne is seen poised in the pocket, but a good round 9 for Chris Arreola. Let's check in with our unofficial ringside scorer, Steve Weisfeld.
I have it 86-84 for Stiverne. Rounds 7 and 8 were easy to score. Stiverne landed more punches and the harder punches. In round 9, Arreola landed big right hands. So after 9 rounds, I have Stiverne up by 2 points.
All right. And obviously the knockdown at the end of round number 3, a big factor in the judges' scorecards as well, in which Arreola went down from a right hand. Good right hand to the body by Stiverne.
Both fighters are taking a little breather right now as we are early into the 10th round.
Stiverne has fought a very good fight, a smart fight. He's been much busier than Arreola. Scored the knockdown. Arreola hanging in there. Pretty close on the scorecards, we would assume.
I think we got to give Stiverne a little bit more credit than just fighting a smart fight. He's shown a lot of grit. There were some questions about his chin because early in his career, he had a stoppage that was disputable. He took some big shots, and he's answered like he's supposed to.
Well, this is one of those rounds that Arreola's really taken off. According to the CompuBox numbers, he's only thrown 10 punches to Stiverne's 45. 2 minutes gone by in the 10th. There's another right hand to the body. That scored. Arreola tries to unload with a power shot. Stiverne dances out of danger.
Stiverne said he had 3 training camps getting ready for this fight with all the postponements. Good body shot from Stiverne. There was some concern he may be overtrained, may be burnt out, but I think he peaked at the right time for this fight.
Well, his camp felt like they had polished the diamond a little bit. Definitely a more polished performance. Can he finish? Another right hand to the body by Stiverne. Scored. End of round 10. Well, earlier tonight on the undercard, had a 4-round super welterweight bout between Jose Martel and Oscar Molina. Oscar Molina represented Mexico in the 2012 Olympics. He was fun to watch in London. He scored a left-hand knockdown that rattled Martel. And then again, another left hand, and 55 seconds into the first round, Oscar Molina picked up his 5th win and his 4th stoppage.
Hey, Warren, saca los huevos, ¿eh? Hey, sí, hey, agua.
Hey, 1-2, and then come upstairs. You got to do 1-2s and come upstairs. 1-2 and come upstairs. Okay? Right here, bro. Right here.
Use that jab on the way. Change it up.
Chris, 11.
We begin round number 11. Scheduled for 12. Chris Arreola, Bermane Stiverne. Possible heavyweight championship shot at stake for the winner. Arreola got dropped at the end of round 3. Blood has been pouring out of his nose since then. And one of the things, Andre, that Stiverne used in the last round, Arreola was inactive. He only threw 27 punches to Stiverne's 70, was he was touching Arreola to the body.
That's the game changer. If he can stay there, if he can stay there long enough to get Chris to bring his hands down ever so slightly to go back upstairs with a big shot, because Stiverne looks like he's carried his power into the later round. Stiverne is in a unique position in this fight right now where he can coast to a victory if all goes well and stays well, or he can try to make a statement here on HBO Boxing tonight and show the fans that he's not only worthy of the #1 spot, but to be the first Haitian heavyweight champion.
Well, he tried that right cross that missed just a couple seconds ago. Dips away from an Arreola right hand. Left hand by Stiverne's score. Good right hand to the body again by Stiverne. He's used hooks and straight right hands to the body.
Good time for Chris to step on the gas. I don't know how he feels, but Stiverne looks like he's a little bit tired. He's got his mouth open. Chris does too, but I think it's more so the nose than anything else.
Stiverne, good ring generalship there. Dips away from a left and then a right. Oh, that one was low, and Stiverne knew it as soon as he threw it. Good sportsmanship there. These two had a contentious press conference this week, in which Stiverne said he was going to chop off Arreola's head. He's bloodied his nose, that's for sure, which is really out of character for Bermane Stiverne, who's pretty laid back. End of round 11.
Behind, you gotta knock him out the ring. Hey,
last round, Courtney, last round.
Last and final round.
Watch face, please.
Last and final.
Hey, listen, son. You got nothing to lose here. You're behind. You gotta let it all hang out. All right?
3 minutes.
Deep breath.
Take this strong. Finish strong. All right. The last 3 minutes. Let's go do this.
You see something, go for it.
Let go. Let it go. Let everything go.
Jab,
Maybe last
every
round.
time you throw a jab, he knows you're coming with the right hand. So put that jab right. Put the right hand right in his chest, or bring it up underneath to the body. Come on the other side, right? Listen, you gotta use more than one jab on the way in, right? He's tired too, Chris. He's gonna try.
Finish. Last 3 minutes.
Come on,
last
fill it
3
up to
minutes.
there. You got second breath. You ready now? Finish strong.
Twelfth and final round. Chris Arreola and Bermane Stiverne.
Punch him up, last round. Go for it.
Don't forget, after this heavyweight showdown, we will bring you the replay of Sergio Martinez, Martin Murray, which has taken place earlier from Argentina. Arreola's corner says you need a knockout. He got dropped at the end of round number 3. Stiverne, for the most part, has controlled the action. How does Arreola turn the tables, Andre?
Arreola's gonna have to step on the gas like now. But it's a dangerous territory for Arreola because Stiverne is still powerful, and Chris is taking more chances just like this. Stiverne is shooting for a home run right now. Both fighters are.
Bombs away to start the 12th. If you're Stiverne, and you pretty much think that you got the fight in control as far as the cards are concerned, but you are fighting in Arreola's home area. What does he need to do here in the balance of the 12th round?
Stiverne doesn't know if he's up or not. We're in California. I think the California Commission is a great commission, but you just don't know. You got to close the show in this type of situation, just like Stiverne is doing. He's got Arreola on his heels. Go for the knockout.
Stiverne just threw a beautiful left hook to the body, mixes in an uppercut, chopping left from Arreola. Face of Arreola, bloody mess. It's been that way since round 3.
Stiverne is looking like a fighter who wants to be the heavyweight champion.
And a win here could put him in line. Another hook to the body from Stiverne.
The body shot.
Wow. Stiverne is really stuck with those body shots.
I like Arreola taking this kind of punishment, but you got to respect this man. He could have packed it in, but he didn't. He's still fighting.
Does Arreola have a punch in him? He's got 30 seconds to find it.
Let him go. Let him out, Chris. I understand. You all right?
Wow, Arreola is a mess. Those body shots just taking his will away. Another left hook to the body by Stiverne.
He hurt him with that one.
It was a test for Stiverne and a test for Arreola. And it looks like Stiverne has aced it.
What? Did we do it? Goddamn right we did it.
Chris Arreola got dropped at the end of round 3. He fought through the blood, the cut left eye, and at the end of round number 3, this fight really turned around. That shot dropped Arreola. And the blood started pouring out of the nose, and then in round number 4, Bermane Stiverne kept up that pace, using his jab, shots to the body, and the right hand, snapping back the head of Arreola. In round number 6, Arreola had a moment of his own. Although Stiverne had done good work to this point, Arreola snaps back the head of Stiverne with a left and a couple of right hands. But then in the later rounds, Stiverne again got it working. He used the shots to the body, and then that left and right on the chin of Arreola seemed to hurt his left arm. And in the 12th round, Arreola came out fast in the 12th round, but Stiverne used thunderous shots to the body. He answered with solid scoring shots of his own. And the face of Chris Arreola sort of tells the story. Battered, bruised, bloody, and look at Bermane Stiverne, clean as a whistle.
That young man boxed tonight. You've got to take your hat off to him.
Well, Steve Weisfeld has it for Bermane Stiverne. Steve, who are the judges that will make this official?
First judge is Carla Cayes. Carla comes from a boxing family. She has 2 brothers who are boxing officials. Her dad has been a referee and a judge for years. This is one of her bigger bouts. I understand she's a consistent judge. She works a lot in California, and the commission has confidence in her. Martin Denkins, he refereed a world title fight in 1967. He's had a ton of experience. I've worked with him. I agreed with him on Bradley Provodnikov, and he certainly knows what he's watching. Claude Paquette, a retired police officer with the major crimes unit in Montreal. I understand he's a fine judge, as you can see. He had the first fight even with Pascal and Hopkins. I thought Hopkins won that fight.
All right, now let's see how the judges had it scored as we send it up to our ring announcer, Barry Egan.
Ontario, you have have just seen one of the great heavyweight bouts you will ever see. How about a big round of applause for these two amazing warriors? We go to the scorecard. Judge Carla Caiz and Claude Paquette score the bout 117-110. Judge Marty Denkin scores the bout 118-109 for the winner. By unanimous decision, out of Miami, Florida, Bermane, beware Stiverne.
Victorious. As we take a look at the final punch stats from CompuBox, and you see that Stiverne, well, he landed 15 more punches, but look at how many more he threw in the course of this fight. 710 to 333. His percentage was low, but he was busier during the course of this fight. And you take a look at the power numbers. Stiverne landed at 38%. The same for Arreola, but once again, it was Stiverne who was busier here in the fight tonight. Well, Bermane Stiverne is getting ready to join us here at ringside, and Bermane is with us. And Bermane, congratulations on the performance here this evening.
Thank you.
You talk about the right hand in round number 3 that dropped Chris Arreola at the end of the round, that sort of changed the way this fight was going.
Well, you know, Chris.
Oh, we got a dispute going on in the ring right now. Oh, and now promoter Don King nearly fell down as he was trying to get down the ring steps here. And there's Don. So, well, we got Don. You all right?
I am now.
All right. Well, good to see you're all right. All right. Bermane, talk about the knockdown at the end of round number 3 that really grabbed the attention of Chris Arreola.
Well, the first round, I was throwing a lot of jab, right? So I realized every time I throw the jab, excuse me, when he threw the jab, he lets his left hand down. So I was like, you know what, let me just throw a jab. And as soon as I see that he throw his jab, put the right on top. But then I tried it throughout the fight, and he knew what was coming, so he blocked most of them.
Bermane, one of the other things that you did very well during the course of this fight is you hit him in the body often with those right hooks and left hooks. It really disabled him during the course of the fight. Did you feel that it was affecting him as much as it looked?
Of course, no disrespect. You know, Arreola, if you look at his body, he got a little bit of meat down there. So we've been working on that. Plus, I got to say this: for the last 9 months, I've been working in the gym, and I've been thinking about you. My last fight with Austin, he was talking about how I was not doing a certain thing. So throughout the whole fight, every round, I was thinking about you.
Well, yeah, I mean, you mentioned that in our fighter meetings, and your camp said that the diamond was polished. Do you believe that this was your best performance to date?
Of course, because I could have just stayed with him and bang, but that's his game. You know what I'm saying? That's my game too, but I also wanted to show everybody that I could be behind my jab. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I did. I hit him to the arm, shoulder, everywhere with the jab. So that kept him away from me, and then as soon as he wanted to back me up to the ropes, I always found my way out the rope to the middle of the ring.
So what's next, Bermane?
Can I get this?
Klitschko, that's
hey,
where we going.
I got a special message for Klitschko. Do not retire. Please fight me, a real heavyweight, not no chump.
That's it, the call out for Vitaly Klitschko.
I gotta say one time for my people, one time for my people in Canada, Montreal, Laval. I gotta say what's up to my Miami. I gotta say what's up to West Palm Beach. I gotta say what's up to Vegas, Henderson. You know what I'm saying? People that supported me. The message throughout Twitter, I see them. I don't really respond to all of them, but thank you. I love you. I love Haiti. Throughout the fight, this for my country. You know what I'm saying? I was thinking about my people. What's worse than being in Haiti? So in the ring with Arreola, and worse than that. So that gives me a lot of motivation and be strong mentally.
All right. Well, Bermane, congratulations on a great performance.
Great performance.
That's Bermane Stiverne. Now we're joined by Chris Arreola. Chris, talk about the shot that he caught you. The first 2 rounds looked like according to plan.
Good fight, dog.
Talk about the shot that caught you at the end of round number 3 that sort of changed the course of this fight.
Yeah, man, with that hook, he broke my nose literally, man, and I couldn't breathe no more after that round. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't catch my breath. And you know, like Mike Tyson said, everyone comes into a fight into a plan until they got hit. That's exactly what happened to me, man. I got hit straight in the nose. I couldn't breathe after that. No excuses. I came into this fight ready. 6th round, my left arm died all of a sudden, and regardless, man, he's a tough fucking kid, man.
Chris, we're going to take a look here at the knockdown, and right there he caught you at the end of the 3rd.
Yeah, you could see there was a right hand that came in there, and it caught me. Man, it was just a right hand that just covered around the button. Like I said, tough kid, man, and can't take nothing from him. I came into this fight prepared, ready to give this fans a fight. Once the nose was broken, our game plan was out the door.
Were you surprised that he was able to stay as consistent as he was throughout the course of the fight? He worked you to the body a little bit, and he maintained that good use of the jab to kind of keep you off balance.
Yeah, you know what? He did, and honestly, I had a better jab than he does. Way better jab. I kept catching with the jab more than he did. But he kept me off balance. He threw a jab and moved around. And something that I wasn't expecting from him is for him to move as much as he did. I was expecting for him to come in there and fight and try to have a slugfest, but his game plan prevailed tonight.
What's next for Chris Arreola? You mentioned that this was a very important fight based on your age and what you've been through. Where do you go from here?
Fight again, man. Man, the thing is, it's still to get the championship, man. Ain't no stopping me. Ain't no stopping me at all, man. My hat goes out to him. He beat me tonight. One day I may see him again, and it'll be a different story, man. So I want to congratulate him. His game plan prevailed, but I'll be back, I promise.
Thank you, Chris.
Thank you, man.
Chris Arreola joining us here at ringside as Bermane Stiverne wins a unanimous decision, including dropping Arreola in round number 3. It broke Arreola's nose, and it changed the course of the fight. Thrilling action here in Ontario, California. Well, in case you missed it, there was huge weather issues in Argentina, Buenos Aires, where Sergio Martinez was taking on Martin Murray. So we're going to show you that fight in its entirety in a dramatic fight that you don't want to miss. We send you to Argentina, and it's Sergio Martinez against Martin Murray from Buenos Aires, the hometown of Sergio Martinez.